a little bit after listening to it yesterday. Let me just make sure this other scene is ready. It is. Cool. So we had CPI numbers this morning come out about, let's see, they came out at, the mortgage application index came out at 7 Eastern, which was 15 minutes ago. Do I have these numbers wrong? It says 8:30 Eastern, the PPI numbers come out, but it's already come out. Oh, Eastern time. Okay, yeah, it's 9:17. They're an hour and a half. Right, so they had these numbers come out roughly 45 minutes ago. PPI actual is 0.5, forecast was 0.2. PPI, the actual was negative 0.5, the forecast was negative 0.2, so it was down more than expected. Let's see. And that's the, it's like the purchasing demand, right? Producer price index. So that means demand is down, which is good. We want it to be down. To curtail inflation. Core PPI was right on target. Forecast was 0.1, and the actual was 0.1. So, again, that's seems like good news. Core is lower than the total, obviously. And yeah, it's just trending down since June of 2022. Even before May, actually. PPI have been trending down significantly. So we had a high of 11%, and it's been coming down ever since. So it's great. I mean, maybe we'll just keep going until we get negative PPI, but should expect more downside, I would assume. Retail sales were worse than forecasted. Forecast of negative 0.7, actual of negative 1.1. X auto, same thing, negative 1.1. Forecast of negative 0.6. Consensus was roughly the same. I'm looking at the briefing.com calendar if anyone's interested. Capacity utilization, trading impact was minimum, actual was 78.8%, forecast was 79.6%. So that's down. Capacity utilization, if I remember right, manufacturing output or something like that. Has to do with industrial production. So, yeah, we had such a, capacity utilization had a crazy, that was COVID. It was it dropped so much, but that's because nobody was doing anything. So we had another couple of reports coming out with low impact at 10 Eastern, which would be 9 our time, Central. So, probably just going to trade this open. I was looking at gold a little bit earlier. It's been on a steady grind up for a while now. Ever since November, which kind of hit a bottom, had some really nice divergence here, and then just has taken off to the upside ever since, from 1650 to 1900. That's where it's at now, which is typically a safe haven, right, for people that don't know where to put their money. But we are day traders, so the plan today is to have less than 10 trades. We're going to be more conservative because we're coming off a 3-day losing streak. So I don't expect much in terms of volatility. I looked at earnings this morning, and the biggest name I saw was Charles Schwab. So let's just look at the browser real quick. So Charles Schwab, let's see, we'll go to FinViz. We'll check out Charles Schwab. I think it's CHWD. Maybe not. Charles SCHW. Okay. Earnings, January 18th, BMO. But yeah, their forecast for this earning, at least on NASDAQ, it was pretty high. I just don't know if they're going to be pre-market or is BMO pre-market or post-market. Let's see, earnings BMO. Okay, that's not what I want. I should know this. Earnings, Finviz, BMO. No. Before market operations, maybe? I don't know. January 18th before. No, because it would just say like pre-market or something. BMO. Well, we know it's today. I really want to find out when today. Yeah, if we look at NASDAQ earnings calendar, I think Yahoo might be able to tell us too. Let's see. It doesn't sort it by market cap though, which I don't like, but the NASDAQ one does, which is nice. Also PLD, which has been heavily invested in by a lot of politicians. Prologis, or Prologis. Yeah, this has been bought up by a lot of politicians in the last few months. And they're going to report earnings. It looks like consensus is higher than last year's EPS. So, just don't know the time. Oh, here we go. Day. So just sometime during the day. Yeah, I know if you have a Squawk Box service, they tell you exactly when they release. Yearly earnings forecast. Wow, look at that forecast. Just climbs for the next 5 years. 2 estimates for 2025. Current quarterly earnings forecast. They expect a drop in March. Oh no, that's the high. Wow. Looks like a good stock to buy. I just quickly want to take, I've got another screen here that I'm going to look at a trading view chart real quick for, I'm going to look at, I'm going to look at PLD, right? Just check it out. So on the daily, what's it looking like? Just had a massive dip back in October. Since October, it's been it's been drifting upwards. Let's see, maybe before market open. Okay, cool. TradingView does tell me when we're going to see earnings. So, oh, it's already reported. So PLD already reported earnings. Surprise of 2 cents higher than estimate. Just nice. So estimate was 60, reported was 63 cents per share, which is higher. Revenue is higher than estimate too, just by a couple $100 million. And let me take a look at Charles Schwab real quick. Did they divulge their earnings yet? I don't think so. Before market open, but it's down. They did report. Estimate was 1.09 per share. They reported 1.07 per share, so 2% to the downside. They missed by 2%. The revenue missed by 57 million, but they're operating at 5.5 billion, so that's a drop in the bucket. So they were pretty much consensus. I doubt that doesn't seem bad to me. PLD, I mean, they crushed it, so expect them to rip a little bit. I mean, they didn't crush it, but they're above consensus, so they're both pretty much in line though. I mean, they're both like $100 billion companies or something. 1.5 billion for PLD, and to have a surprise of 100 million, I mean, I guess that's 12%. Anyway, they had good results for PLD. Let's get ready for this market open. So I think that Schwab's a little bit bigger, right, than PLD by 50 billion, roughly. And they kind of missed, but PLD is a little smaller, but they hit. PNC I didn't even look at. Crap, let me take a quick look at PNC before this. Got another 3 minutes. But I'm going to be less less blah blah blah, less aggressive today because I need to lock in a green day. So PNC also missed by the revenue. The revenue exceeded by 1%, 57 million, but their earnings missed by 47 cents, by 12%, which is kind of a big deal. I think it's kind of a big miss. So we're gonna go ahead and prepare for this market open. Let's look at the structure of the charts. I didn't look at the close yesterday, but let's see. So the daily on the gold looks great. Gold wants 2,000 or something. NASDAQ, yeah, we're continuing this grind up. So this is what we kind of anticipated earlier, and the reason I anticipated it was because of a similar grind back in November. Just kind of grind into the Bolly bands. So I think we'll see similar, maybe a push up into, let's see. I mean, the tops are around here, right? Around 11.8. What are we at now? Okay, so we could go up by 100 points. Yeah, 11.9 is possible too. This whole range right here. What's this high? Oh wow, 12.3. And then because of that report this morning, it looks like it couldn't break 700, 720, 725. That was on no volume though. Volume's picking up pre-market here, probably just due to the earnings. And yeah, I think what I'm going to anticipate or bet on basically is a break over 725 off the open. But this RSI is really overbought on the daily. On the hourly, also really high RSI. Starting to see some divergence to the upside. So it looks like it's just kind of tightening up here, kind of forming a cliff. So we'll see a drop probably later this week or maybe next week. So I expect more sideways action until then. Okay, this is from the PPI reports. Upward move, yeah. So I'm going to bet to the upside. We're going to shoot for 5 or 100 points or something like that. Up over 725. We set this range when that report came out, 650 to 750, 725. Less than 100 point range, but it's grinding up on the 15 minute. I'm going to stay on the 5 here. On the 1, where are we looking? On the 1, we are in the bottom half of the Bolly bands. Just kind of a buy zone in my opinion. Okay, we've got about 15 seconds until the open. Let's give this a shot. We're going to look for a buy zone. My favorite 85 level is approaching. So what I'll do is I'll put 4 seconds until the open. Let's see what happens here. I'm going to go ahead and buy. In 1 share, or 1 contract that is. We're just going to put a stop under... Market's open and it's barely moving. I'd say under 95. Yeah, I don't want to hold too much. Let's do 91s. Okay, we're back over and we're in profit now. I'm going to add to it a little bit. That was a good little spike down to get people out. Hitting the top of the Bolly bands. Let's get out of some up here. Just get out of 1. The other one I'm just going to hang on to for now. Put my stop at break even. Let's see if we can get new highs. Struggling. Put the stop at 10. Alright, I'm out for a little bit there. I think that was like 20 points total. If we get over 16, I'll get back in. Okay, cool. Had a little spike upwards there. We'll hold it over 10s. Let's see what happens here. We're kind of buying at a high, so this should be a really tight stop. Okay, looks like we're pushing up. That's awesome. Totally missed that. exit there. I should have put a little exit there. Frick. That's not what I wanted. Can't believe I just lost money on that. And I'm buying again when it's probably going to dip a little bit more. Yeah, shoot. 10-point stop. Yeah. Let me get these silly little things off of here. So that was a bad chase. I mean, they were tight, but could have been a little bit tighter. So we just hit off highs. We burst through highs, so we're not getting under 5, so I'm going to go ahead and buy. I got 11s, and I'm going to hold it over 5s. So we'll put the stop down at 225. Wow, just got hit on that stop too. So we had a fake to the upside then. Just a rejection right over previous high. That was a drop to 93s. I think it's short under 95s. Let's see what it does at 85s here. Okay, we'll get 90s. We'll do a 10-point stop here. Trying to call a bottom, which is always tough. Looks like we might be right. Hard to tell. The stop might be too tight. Should be playing this to the downside, if anything. All right, we came down to like exactly 85s. So let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit. If I can. There we go. Added a little. I'm in 2 now. And we're going to put our first take profit here at 99. If we can get it. Come on, little guy. There we go. Second one I'm just going to leave on, I guess. Kind of stop I'm going to have a under 90 stop. Just make that really tight. And see what we get here. We got rejected over O's. Yeah, I was going to say maybe we can flip here. Not stopped out yet. What was that down to? Wow, came down right under by stop, but didn't get stopped out. Interesting. Cool. A little fake out to the downside. Let's just get out at 4s. And let's see. Might be showing strength. Let's get long 5s. Wow, bad call. Yeah, I keep wanting a trend, and it's not really trending. Had a good push up. We got another 20 seconds in this 5-minute bar. So we want to see this a little bit full-bodied, hopefully. So we want to get up to 27s, ideally. 13s, 15s. Okay, we're about 10 points in the money. Really tough to get any change today. I'm gonna go ahead and sell out of this. Slight loss. Was 10 points in the money though. Let a winner turn into a loser. How many trades are we at? We're at 8 trades. Green on the day, so small day, but kind of want to keep it, to be honest. Just keep it green. 93 bounce. Let's see if we get a, no, I was going to say a 95 bounce. That 5-minute closed like we're going to have some sideways action. Yeah. Okay. Did we come down to 85s? We did. Should have been there with a bid. Sneaky market this morning. Let's see if we can get in. Got in at 5s. Not a good price. Just hold over 0s. Should have added there. It's okay. Such chop this morning. Let's just be patient. Nothing to rush for. I'm just waiting for the market to resolve. And got about 10 points now. Just gonna get out for 10 points. That's fine. I'll leave the day on that. Lock in a solid small green day. I mean, you know, probably could continue trading until I have a losing trade. Could try something like that. It's just pretty choppy. I mean, this is sideways action, in my opinion. Hard stuff to trade. Let's see if we get a 5 bounce. Kind of do. Not really. See, it's really hard to predict. Alright, let's do a quick over 99 buy. Let's see if we get a bounce off O's here, basically. Put this down at 97, got stopped out. So, yeah, I'm going to stop for the day just because I want to have a green day. I know it's tiny, but it's all about building confidence and momentum. And, after a 3-day losing streak, just need to get some green on the board. So, yeah, my losers were big, but, I've been very bullish this morning and have been proven to be incorrect. So, this 5 minutes getting stuffed now. I think we're still going to grind up for a couple days. I got to check the calendar, but I think there's some important earnings coming. So let me actually switch to that. We're 7 minutes into the trading day. It is always my practice to at least watch the first 30 minutes. So we hit the 10 trade limit. I'm going to stop because I'm trying to reduce the aggressive trading for now until I get greener on the days. And we could just watch the chart, practice our screen time, and discipline to sit on my hands. Important skill to have. So let's see, we can do some ghost trades though. Got over 85 pretty easily. Yeah, 85 has been respected the last 30-40 minutes for the most part. I love buying 85s down to 80s and then having a stop of, say, 10 points. Probably would have gotten taken out here, though. So, maybe going forward, I'll start playing a 15-point stop, which would get me down to 70. Obviously, the wider the stop, the higher the chances. So what I'm thinking is like entry between, if we see a lot of volume to the upside like this, and then it comes down to the 85 area. So like here wasn't really respected. 75s. So get into like, let's just say I got in here at 79s and then have a stop at 64s. So that's a 15-point stop. So stop would be way down here. It's kind of a high volume node, so it might actually get hit. It likes to fill low volume nodes, but I honestly don't even know how far back this volume at price goes. Let's just take a quick look. Volume, is this it? It doesn't even say. Yeah, and this is Tradeovate's pretty simple. Okay, so we got back over 85s with some gusto. I really want to, so probably should have taken that trade, but you know what? I'm going to stick to my plan for the day, which is 10 trades or less, and locking in a green day. I already feel good just because the day's green, and I don't want to give that up. Confidence is important in this game. I had a really good morning. I woke up, I read the earnings, I looked at the reports, I did some yoga, I had a nice breakfast. So pretty prepped for the day. Pretty ready to get some work done. Great buy zone, but probably no continuation, probably just more chop to the downside, maybe to fill this node and then back up as we bounce off this high volume node area here. Probably like drill down into it, into the 650s, and then pop back up into those highs to fill another green bar for the day. What's the hourly look like? Hourly bars are green, way overbought in the Bali band terms, getting some pin bars. Last hour was a pinner, but that was a report. Yeah, it's gonna be similar to this, right? Like maybe stuffed and then come back up. Really hard to tell. What is that? VWAP. VWAP's down at 900, so actually it's not even that far. It's like 10 points, right? Is that accurate? Oh, this is gold. What am I looking at? I was like, that can't be right. And I don't even use VWAP on my hourly. Really tightening up here though. You see this? See how tight it's getting? I mean, typically this is a bearish pattern. When we're coming up into resistance from these prior lows, since they were support before, they should now be resistance. But we're breaking through it slowly. So, yeah, what I'm thinking we do over the week, is we come out, take out these highs, and then dump again. The highs are up in the 12,000s. Yeah, so we got time. We got months to. I got to see when the big names are, because the biggest one we want to look at is Apple, right? Like when are they reporting? Amazon. Just look at all the FANG earning dates, basically. So tomorrow I'll try to be ready with all the FANG reporting dates, so we just have an idea of when to be prepared for some more volatility. Nice upside action here from 93s, 89s. Yeah, good bounce off 75 area. So yeah, I'm telling you, 85s with a 15-point stop. Generally a good trade if we're coming down to it from the bottom. And if we get a bounce off that area, it's typically good for like 50 points plus. Didn't take it today because I'm practicing screen time and discipline and sticking to 10 trades or less. But would have been a solid trade, most likely. I did say I would buy 79s, so it would be 30 points in the money now, which is 60 points with one contract, one micro contract, 600 with one mini. Yeah, see, it's going to be a good push, probably into 25s or even new highs. Really taking its time though, from 8:38 to now, about 5 minutes. We shall see. I'm going to set up another monitor, by the way, that way I can keep a better eye on if anyone's chatting, because right now I have no idea. So what was that a bounce off of? That was a bounce off 15s, which has been kind of a ceiling for the last 10 minutes. Even longer, actually, for the last 45 minutes. Actually, even longer. Since like 8 a.m. probably, yeah. Since 7:30, it's been a ceiling. So we just got rejected again off that ceiling. Supply zone for sure. Someone's dumping a bunch at 11,720s, 25s. They are relentless sellers. Back down to 75s. Yeah, see, I mean, all this sideways and downwards price action is only good for scalping, in my opinion. So let's see, today we traded from 8:30 to like 8:37, yeah, 8:35. Then we had one more loss here at 8:37, 8:36. So really I got all 10 trades in less than 10 minutes, which is too fast. A little too fast. I mean, I'm up on the day, but I mean, it's a scratch day. So we came down to 72. Another good buy spot. So tempting, when you see these levels. We just had the 5-minute close, and so it's interesting. It came down here to close, right? 44.44, you see that? And then as we open the next 5-minute bar, yeah, so it had this tail. So you can see the tail here. So we're looking at the tail. Would be nice to see 5-minute. Oh, we do see 5-minute closes here. Okay. Just sideways action though. Buyers at 75 and sellers at 725. Tight range, 50 points. 50-point range, getting pretty tight, So yeah, what I'm thinking is later in the month, we're gonna see obviously more inflation numbers, and then, but what I'm really looking forward to is like FANG earnings. They'll probably, I don't really know. I have no idea. I'll have to see what consensus is at. I have a feeling consensus is going to say that they made money. A lot of those companies did a lot of layoffs, probably just to make sure they could hit profit targets. So maybe most of them will be in line. Hard to tell. Okay, more screwing around at 85 level. Came down to 72. That's a pretty sweet spot. Look at these pinners, both sides. No resolution yet. I think we're just going to grind up. Low volume node is kind of being filled, not really, but it is support due to this previously being resistance. So now it's support. Pretty cool how it's been playing out with all these bounces though. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you count these, it's like 5. So what this tells you is, I mean, if it's going to test it 3, 4, 5 times, it's probably going to break it. But we could say the same for 725. 1, 2, 3, 4. Didn't even make it this time. Let's see if we see any 1 minute divergence. Do we see any divergence either direction? No, not really. No divergence one way or the other. Lower price, lower RSI. Here we've got roughly lower price, and RSI did not go lower. Now RSI is trailing lower, but price isn't lower yet. So if we break under 75, 72s, yeah. If we break under 72s and RSI goes under, what is that, 30s, 35, 36. If RSI goes lower and price goes lower, then we're in a downtrend. We got VWAP right here. Yeah. Most likely a bounce just because of this. This is really tiny divergence though. Really small. It's not really significant. Yeah, I mean this is sideways action in my opinion. Maybe slightly down and then slightly up, but overall more sideways. So yeah, definitely not my current trading mood. Whoa. That was interesting. Everything just froze for a sec. Kind of is, counter trend strategy right now would be good. So only problem is you'd have to be calling tops and bottoms, which is tough to do. Man, what's going on? Look at this. I don't know if it's the platform or my connection, but just getting freezes. All right, we're at 8:50, so we're at 9:50 Eastern time. Could have been buying these 75s, and 75s to 80s have been really good buy spots. Yeah, that's awesome. And I have a feeling it's going to bounce over 725, but not violently. I think it's going to take its time. So we're up at the top again. I was going to say I would try a short here with a 10-point stop. Because we're trying to call a top, you got to give it a little bit more room, maybe even 15 points. So let's just say we got short there at 702s with a 10-point stop. So 712s at the stop, as the stop. Yeah, even 712s is, let's make it 717. So let's assume we have a 717 stop, which is a roughly 15-point stop, and we're short 702s. Trying to just catch a small scalp down into the 85s, 90s area. And it looks like we would be almost stopped out here. What did I say, 17s? Looks pretty extended. This is where I would add. Anything over like 12, I would probably add. Yeah, okay, so I'd be adding here to the short side, and I would have just been stopped out, so good thing I didn't do it. That's what I'm talking about. It's a sideways action, but it's like really hard to call tops and bottoms. I mean, at this, on the range bars anyway, like this is primarily for, I use this primarily for like larger, like higher volatility moves. The minute bars, Not looking too fun. What did that 15 print as? Oh, the 15 printed as a red? Yeah, see the first 15-minute bar printed as a kind of a pinner and a slightly red. This one's kind of an engulfing bullish candle. Got 9 minutes left though. We'll see. Could retrace this whole thing back down to 700s. Glad I'm not trading it, honestly. So 725s would be another cool spot to short. Kind of coming up here with gusto though. Looks like it's losing some steam. Yeah, I had a high volume point right here. Now we go back down. 2,000 contracts. Whew. All right. Boring price action. It's actually good to be bored. You want to be bored when you're trading. That means you're not trading reactively. You're not being emotional. Really held to my stops today. That was nice. Like this didn't turn into a $40 or $50 loser. It was just nice and tight. I was wrong, so I got out, you know. But after seeing bounces at the 75 level, I should have considered buying it. I mean, this was my last trade, but yeah, for this kind of price action, it's good to look for these support and resistance levels and just scalp them. Pretty tough call though. Yeah, we would have gotten stopped out, and then it went a little bit higher and and then turned around. So if we had held with a 20-point stop, or even if we had a 20-point stop on the O2 entry, we actually still probably would have been hit. Yeah, so needed a fairly wide stop there to make that profitable. You can look for divergence on the range bar RSI, but I don't think it's a very good indicator typically. Here you see like a little tiny divergence. I mean, that was an indication, but I mean, how are you going to know until it's starting to come down already? Yeah. Still a good spot for a short. Just got to come back down to the 30 level on the RSI. Okay, well, boring day. Like I said, we're going to probably just crawl upwards for the day and post another greenish bar. And yeah, gold's been creeping up. It's almost like, smart money's getting into gold and getting out of anything stock-wise. This year should batter stocks, you would think, with the rates up. Anyway, let's export this stuff and go review it real quick. 118, let me export that. And let me take a screenshot of the Performance Center. Okay. Got the screenshot. Let's switch to Trade to Grow. Alright, where are we at here? Alright, so after 3 losing days, I'm going to finally post a green day. Small yet green. Okay, cool. Wait, did I just upload the wrong day? That was weird. The site's been kind of slow recently. I don't know what's going on. Whoa, maybe we just got people. So yeah, there's the 38-day, 10 trades, slight uptick on the P&L. I'm going to put a line chart in here too. This is kind of, it's cool to have bars, but I know people like lines. So yeah, I barely made back a third of yesterday, but stuck to my guns, so I'm happy about that. Let's paste this image in here. It's supposed to be a loading animation too when these are being uploaded. That's not happening. I'm also going to make a little sidecar here, which is going to be nice. I'm working on that. So I can review trades while looking at the screenshots, and then I can just do all the reviewing in Trade to Grow. Cool. So also I'm going to expand these metrics. I know they're decent, but I want the columns to be a little shorter and just to get a little bit more, a few more numbers. So let's see. Today, started the morning productively. Did yoga, ate well. Checked out earnings and reports. Was relatively prepped for the open. Sideways open. Sideways open. Seems like the market is tightening. Preparing for a resolution, probably to the downside. Still waiting for FANG earnings. It's not even FANG anymore, it's like Mang or something, right? Still waiting for Mang earnings. And we'll have those numbers, have those dates prepped tomorrow. Stuck to stops. But what did I do wrong today? What could I improve? Oh yeah, I still traded like way too quickly. But hit the 10 trade personal limit before in under 10 minutes, signaling what? Signaling, I don't know. It was a sideways day, so signaling that either market is grindy or market is lacking direction, or that I'm anxious. Let me look at just looking at the chart real quick. Yeah, it's still kind of in that range from 725. It's under 725 right now. It just had a bounce off in the 90s. It's just bouncing around. Hard to predict. Or that I'm anxious. I think it's the former, since the market is still in a 50-point range 30 minutes later after the open. Broke a losing streak, although with a small day. Looking to repeat tomorrow. So yeah, tomorrow I don't want to push it. I'm just going to keep it the same in terms of aggression. In terms of which trades, yeah, see, this is going to be nice to have when I finish the sidecar, because I can look at the trades and the screenshot at the same time. Let me just get a screenshot of the chart real quick. Fills and orders. Just grabbing that screenshot. 1 second, everybody. Okay. I can review all the trades, since there's so few. But it's still a little tough without the sidecar. So yeah, once I have the sidecar set up, they'll be right here. It'll be really nice. But right now it's just kind of annoying. I have to like look in this gray area, and it's really annoying. So let me just get that sidecar up, and then. So yeah, we had a couple good trades off the open. Could have let these run a little bit more. Where did I get out of those? Even this one, yeah, I got out of it on a dip. What kind of stops did I have there? Okay, so I had a roughly $20 stop, 10-point stop. Yeah. Yeah, so I need to consider letting a contract run and have a break-even stop. As a result of not letting it run, I think I left what? I left about, yeah, another 10, 20 points off on the table. It looks like the market's breaking up out of that 50-point range to the upside. Just kinda. Oh, there's a report that just came out. Yeah. What was that report that just came out? There's a 10 a.m. report that was due to come out, and that was the business inventories, right? Yeah, business inventories, NAHB Housing Market Index. Fed's Beige Book comes out at 3 Eastern. And let me just take a quick look at these business inventories. Business inventories, it's not even shown on my... It's not shown on briefing.com yet, but the housing market impact, or housing market index, is up from forecast. Consensus was 31, actual was 35. Trading impact medium, according to briefing.com. So that would account for the slight uptick in the market currently. It just broke out of that 50-point range, and it's just continuing to grind upwards. So, cool. People are buying houses. Need to consider letting a contract run and have a break-even stop for it. This was a good candidate. It was also good that I got out. Insights. Sometimes break-even stops can cause regrettable thinking, or revenge trading. Revenge trading. Whoa. Let's see. This last one. Yeah, so these should have been wider stops. This one was, yeah, see, I was anticipating a breakout. And that was here. Yeah, that was here. Not a really good spot for a bounce, you know? There was no confirmation. So, should get in once there's confirmation, rather than trying to always anticipate it. Although anticipating it's obviously better. Shutting once there's confirmation rather than trying to, especially for the one more trade plays, which is what this was. Wow, sorry about that sound. So loud. Alright, I'm going to share these results, and I'm done for the day. Green day. Feel a little bit better after that losing streak. So we got what? 2 more days. So tomorrow and after tomorrow. Also going to try to make them green. It's a very, very small green day, scratch day really. I really just want to at least make up one of the losing days the rest of this week, and then we can start off strong for next week. We'll see. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you have a good day, and trade well. Be responsible with your trading. Be accountable. Don't be emotional. Just be very systematic, and you'll figure it out. It just takes time. And if you have any questions, you can comment in the video. You can reach out to me if you want a discount on the Trade to Grow, on any Trade to Grow plans. There is a free plan, but if you wanted a basic or a pro, just reach out. Happy to, hook it up to any early adopters. Just let me know. So that's it. I will hit you guys up tomorrow. Same thing, I'll be ready pre-market, hopefully with even more information about what's happening, so we can be even more informed, have better decisions. So far, I think we're going to continue this upward grind, and it's going to be really tough to trade as a day trader unless you have some really awesome scalping system. So I'm going to be really light until we get some resolution in terms of direction in the bigger picture, which is probably going to be, like I said, when we see earnings coming out for the biggest tech companies in the world. All right,